What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. I watched this small interview with Charleston White as he sat and talked with some older Crips. We call them OGs in the black community. Mr. Melvin Farmer, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was involved with the 8 Trey Crips, which is the same gang as Monster Cody. I could be wrong. I believe that Monster Cody has now passed on. I have seen a lot about him. But, you know, Charleston White was making a lot of noise, disrespecting, you know, a lot of gangs and people. And I think Charleston White, if he keeps at it, he's going to get shot next. My personal opinion. But Mr. Melvin Farmer, I like him. I like his demeanor. He seems like a man that is well calculated and, you know, what he's going to say, what he's about to say. Obviously, he's been around this long. And what I know about gang members who have not been killed and can last a long time, they're typically the ones that are the most intelligent, right? They're the ones that are most calculated. So that I probably can see it in his personality. But he said something to Charleston White as things were getting heated. He said that, you know, he don't let nobody disrespect, you know, this Crippin', you know, to Charleston White. And he was saying he gonna, you know, he represents Crippin'. So nobody can disrespect Raymond Washington, Tookie Williams, and all of these things. And I think he was with Pyru Ayatollah, so the other guy must have been, you know, a blood, I'm not sure. But he said that don't nobody disrespect this Crippin'. Charleston White responded in kind, and they was arguing. So then, you know, he just left. Charleston White. I don't believe he left because he was scared. I believe that Charleston White is just crazy, you know. So he just walked off, you know, and I don't think it was out of fear. It wasn't going nowhere. So he just walked off. But I want to talk about this, Mr. Melvin Farmer. You represent this Crippin', right? You're proud of that. I mean, I understand that's the gang that you have. But what if you had that same respect and that same desire for the black community? And, you know, I noticed that with gang members, they love their blocks. I have cousins that's from Atlantic Drive, and it's all about don't panic, you know, the South Side, you know, that part of Compton. And, you know, you have, you know, the Santana blocks, and which is, you know, those are rivalries and stuff like that. And, you know, you have those, you know, you can't talk about rolling 6-0. And I want to ask all you brothers out there, because I'm from, you know, some parts of these areas, and even in Sacramento, Del Paso Heights. Why don't you represent your community in the same way you represent these streets? Because see, if we loved our people like we love these gangs, we wouldn't be so fucked up. And again, I respect Mr. Farmer, because whether I disagree with his lifestyle or not, he's genuine. But see, when we get more black men loving our people and our development as a race, then we don't get on there and we talk about I represent this Crippin'. Because to me, at a man at his age, it's brother, I'm sorry, but you know, a man of your influence at that age to say something like that, I'm a little bothered by that, brother. I am. We have to be more wise in what we're talking about as African American men. And maybe it was just in the heat of the moment, and he got drove, into that by Charleston White. But I know that Melvin Farmer understands that he don't want his kids to represent this Crippin'. I know that he don't. I know that Melvin Farmer, if he had a chance to talk to black men, he would tell them, don't represent this Crippin'. I know he wouldn't say that. I know he wouldn't say that. So in that moment, I just don't understand why he said it. But if we respected our people and we respected our development like we do gangs, like we do the Vice Lords of Chicago, our people would be developing. They would. And we have to love our development as a group for our folks to be better. We have the black men and the black women. That's like Bloods and Crips now online. I get that. But at the end of the day, both groups, I love our people. I really do. I want the best for them. I believe that you have to respect your men. You got to respect your women. We might criticize them. And what I'm doing right now is I'm giving a criticism to Mr. Farmer. Not out of any fear, because again, I respect the situation that he might have grew up in. Everybody makes a choice in his life. But the situations that he represented could have been to the downfall of certain people in the community he came from. And we have to come out and understand that the criticisms of Bloods and Crips from people like Charleston White and people like that, even though he's disrespecting Nipsey. Nipsey was a Crip, but who can deny the things that Nipsey Hussle was doing? Now, if more Crips was as talented as Nipsey Hussle, and the guy's a builder, then we wouldn't have such an issue with the Bloods and the Crips. We wouldn't. Nipsey is a community builder. I believe you have some guys who are capable, but that's what we have to get back to. We have to add resources to the development and not brag about tearing shit down. I mean, obviously you get a lot of black gangs out there who, and don't get me wrong, I'm from Del Paso Heights, right? We used to love throwing up the DPA. Even the guys who wasn't gang members, we didn't know no better. We was just throwing up the Heights. We go play Sac High in Oak Park, Hiram Johnson in Oak Park, Luther Burbank. Guys from Meadowview, Valley High. It's the Heights, nigga. It's how we was when we was kids. But at the end of the day, those guys are, for the most part, they are the same people. But it takes knowledge to understand that. I can understand if Melvin was saying that at that age, and I understand that the guy is being disrespectful, and I get that part of it. But what is the conversation that you get people from these neighborhoods saying, we love our people more than these gangs, more than Hoover Criminal, more than Rolling 6-0. These are our people, so we love them. Our advancement of our people, we love them because the other people that are coming in and buying these places that are gentrifying us out of the Inglewoods, out of Leimert Park. These people don't look at us as Bloods and Crips. They look at us as the same people. They don't care nothing about us. And I'm sorry. We gotta get our people who are from these areas to come out and say this more publicly. If you want to represent this Crippin', give your people resources. If not, we're not having the right conversation. And I would like to personally talk to this guy. Maybe he want to clarify this. And I believe he's mature enough as a man to not get into messy conversations. I think he's a very well calculated guy. Has to be as old as he was to not get killed. And that's my only criticism of this. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate it for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.